Good morning, Eli and Maddie. Daddy here. I hope you guys are well and staying sane. Remember my old maxim, there's not many things to be said for being sane, but knowing what's funny is definitely one of them. So, yes, we're well into May now, which is the third big month of lockdown. And Boris Johnson's new message, re-easing it, has just come out. I think he made it yesterday, but it's all over the news today. And the message is very clear and succinct. I'll summarise it for you here. You can go out now, but stay in. You can go to work, but don't. Play sport, but you really shouldn't. Go to school, but not really. Sunbathe, but don't. All of this is conditional. Or not. Stay safe, stay home, but don't stay at home. I mean, go out, but not go out in the outside. Stay alert, meerkat alert. Especially if you're using public transport. But of course, please don't use public transport. Yeah, so anyway, you just have to kind of smile wryly at times like this, and the fact that I'm even using a word like wryly shows you how much I think of this message. What does seem to be certain is that kids won't be returning to school properly till September. So there certainly won't be, while the job situation may be slightly easing over the coming months, there certainly won't be any of the usual after-school nannying jobs that I'm so good at coming up. Plus, in some horribly heartbreaking news I read this morning, there's some talk that the Royal Albert Hall may have to close its doors for good because, of course, the BBC Proms may not be happening, and without that revenue, there's no way they can continue. So it begins. I adore that venue. It's one of my favourite venues to perform at, just because of the legacy, the history that's there. If I saw it become a conference centre or some such dross, it would be truly dreadful. So, all in all, a pretty miserable morning, and the weather's turned freezing again. So I'm going to retreat into Julian Bones's latest novel, The Man in the Red Coat, because great writing like that from a wonderful writer soothes the mind. And yeah, so I'm going to disappear into some aesthetic bliss, which is the meaning of all great writing, of course. Speaking of great writing, I've been thinking of doing a vlog for you, basically detailing the things that I've learned from the great novelists that I've had the pleasure and privilege of knowing and speaking to, and occasionally working with over the past 15 years or so. Well, maybe 20 years now. So yeah, I might get started on that later today. But until then, stay safe and see if you can make any sense of this crazy time. But hey ho, Daddy loves you always. Mwah.